Okay, I think we may be ready to begin with our bull calf division. In our first split of bull calves born in 2019, we have Red Harvest Zeppelin 545G, exhibited by Caitlin Kavanagh of Kinburn, Ontario. Followed by Red Terron Torque 128G, exhibited by Casey Adams of Forestburg, Alberta. Next in the ring, Lazy Days Kodiak 2G, exhibited by Shauna Williams of Fraser Lake, BC. PM Sky High 1919, exhibited by Faith DeLeon of Stettler, Alberta. Followed by Harvest Marquee 537G, exhibited by Madison Perch of Vernon River, PEI. And rounding out the class, we'll have Red Redrich Gambler 99G, exhibited by Lexi Dietrich of Forestburg, Alberta. This is our first split of bull calves born in 2019. And at ringside should be our second split of bull calves. Caitlin Kavanagh of Kinburn, Ontario. Charlene Elliott of Kenilworth, Ontario. Morgan Davey, Saskatoon, Saskatchewan. Ariel Aubry of Carp, Ontario. And Allison Tetzlaff of Viscount, Saskatchewan. You should be at ringside for the second split of bull calves. We'd like to thank some more of our bronze sponsors: Blast Angus of Houston, BC, Boundary C 4-H Club from Rock Creek, BC, Castle Rock Marketing of Swift Current, Fennel Ranches of Barrier, Geese Angus Farm, Barhead, Alberta, and the Kettle River Stock Association from Rock Creek. These are some of our bronze sponsors.
Bumper to bumper on a town square, windows rolled down, feel the summer air. We would bark the tires, peeling out of there to make the girls stare, make the girls stare. Drive from Sonic across the railroad track, down to the mall to make your way back. Take a Route 44 coat and pour out half, make room for Jack, fill it up with Jack, and it was, yeah, we were like kings and queens, cruising South Jackson Street, riding up and down that all-night merry-go-round. They just more the same old same, making memories with time to waste. And when it ran out, they took one last lap around this town. Hot little honey climbing on up in my truck, rolling along, sitting shotgun. Look like a firecracker coming undone. Make a hot jump, jump like. Yeah, we were like kings and queens, cruising South Jackson Street, riding up and down that.
Throughout the weekend here at Showdown, the youth members have been participating in many events other than just the confirmation classes. public speaking, art, graphic design, sales talk, photography, showmanship, judging, and team fitting, just to name a few. So we'd like to thank some of our judges for those different events. Phil Brown came from Princeton to judge our fitting competition on Thursday. Gord Collier and John Parks were two of our judges for sales talk. Ken Friesian judged our showmanship yesterday. Mr. Bob Gowans judged the show ring team judging competition. Bob Hahn and Miles Immerker judged our, cook-off last night. Ron McGivern, Sarah Kate Smith, and myself judged the public speaking. Ian and his daughter Leanna, who you see in the ring right now, were our card judge, judging card judges. Donna Mills, I believe, judged literature. Maureen Smith was our judge for art. And Grant and Laura Lee Ralston were our judges for photography. So thank you to all those judges that came and volunteered their time.
I said things I didn't mean, and you threw down that diamond ring, turned around with no regrets, just like we never met. Saw that ring skip across the floor, said I don't love you anymore. Never thought leaving it'd be this high.
And comments from our judges.
A really good set of bull calves here. I think it represents just the quality of the genetic base from top to bottom. This bull calf here in first really kind of hits it for what we like to see in cattle. He's got that added bone and that mass that we want to see in these young calves, but yet he still can get out and travel and move. And it really just kind of like his overall completeness is what catches my attention the most here is those young calves. And a lot of these other calves are kind of going through probably a lot of those awkward growth curves where they're either in the mode of rapid skeleton development and framing up and not quite filling out. And really we got a couple months here before weaning time on some of these older calves, and they'll start to find their fill and their groove and really change dramatically. And I think that's where this calf that we use in second can really start to shine in the future. If this calf can maintain that massive neck extension and that clean profile, yet be super soft on the ground and square-footed, and yet when he finds that fill in behind that four shoulders and he really kind of fills into the flank and just becomes a massive, powerful bull, he could be quite an impressive individual as a yearling. And we really kind of give him a lot of praise for just his overall balance as well in this class. The next two calves here that find themselves in, I guess, respectively third and fourth, we've discussed these two bull calves before as pairs, and we've kind of flipped coins back and forth on what they do right and what we'd like to change about them. And this red calf here, I think, just found a little bit more of his happy groove. He was displayed really nice as when he came around the corner. It finally had kind of either became comfortable in the show ring and wanted to drop that loin. And like I said to her when I walked by, when he drops his loin, he really actually looks impressive. It's when the calf wants to hold his top tight and kind of crown up that he kind of loses his eye appeal in the show ring. We've liked the fact of the added bone mass and the stoutness and just the masculinity this calf does have. And I think that's where he finds himself sitting in third here and against a calf that's completely different in design, but also offers a lot in terms of where they can be utilized within industry. Without knowing genetics and birth weight and all the little details in this calf, I kind of picture the calf in fourth to be one of those calving ease kind of specialist bulls where he just kind of has a really nice refinement to him, adequate length of body, nice clean skull. Those kinds of details are done really nicely on this calf. Again, I think we just like to add a little bit more natural mass and masculinity for his age bracket, but he does have plenty of time to get there by the time he's a yearling bull, of course. With that being said, the one detail that we still just kind of struggle with is he really sits down in I guess an over aggressive way, and how flat he gets on his rear feet and how that hairline almost touches the ground when he's out traveling. With that being said, we appreciate he gets underneath himself and travels. We'd like to have a little bit of stronger foot structure underneath those rear wheels. The bull calf in fifth here, I think patterns really nicely in terms of got some profile, and he's got a nice little starting point to some rib shape and some carriage and some capacity that way. Just a calf that hasn't found his fill and groove to kind of put it all together. And these are the kind of calves that are structurally put together nice enough that if they find some fill in the next, I guess depends on each program, but I imagine between 4 and 8 weeks before weaning time, this calf can really develop into something that's quite impressive. The red Angus calf here that kind of rounds out our class, a calf that, again, wants to kind of pop up in that loin structure when he's out on the move, and a calf that just naturally just doesn't look quite comfortable in a ring here today. But a calf that's got a nice top, got a nice base in terms of he likes to stand with some width of base, and that's always important on these young bull calves. And all in all, a calf that's really clean-fronted and has some future in terms of design. Just a calf we'd like to kind of belly down and fill out. And it'll be neat to see these two greener calves with a little more feed and time and how good they do become, and how much we start to appreciate them when they hit a little more testosterone and get some of that masculinity going in their favor. With that being said, really nice set of young bull calves and the future herd sires for sure. Good job.
First place in split 1 of our bull calf division is Red Terron Torque 128G, exhibited by Casey Adams. Second place, PM Sky High 1919 from Faith DeLeon of Stettler, Alberta. Third place, Red Redrich Gambler 99G from Lexi Dietrich. Fourth place, Lazy Days Kodiak 2G from Shauna Williams. Fifth place, Harvest Marquee 537G from Madison Perch. And sixth place, Red Harvest Zeppelin 545G from Caitlin Kavanaugh. Entering the ring now is our second split of bull calves. Harvest Ombre 533G from Caitlin Kavanaugh of Kinburn, Ontario. Harvest Bullseye 528G from Charlene Elliott of Kenilworth, Ontario. Red Harvest Copenhagen 524G from Morgan Davey of Saskatoon, Saskatchewan. Harvest Bellringer 508G from Ariel Aubry of Carp, Ontario. And Harvest Cash 507G from Allison Tetzlaff of Viscount, Saskatchewan. This is our second split in the bull calf division. Following this class, we'll be having our champion bull calf class. So our first and second, Casey Adams and Faith DeLeon, should be at ringside for our next class, which will be our champion bull calf. I don't know if either of these two gentlemen are in the crowd, but I've been asked to say a really, really big thank you to Tom Kempter and Ian Mitchell. These two gentlemen spent a few days up here at the North Thompson Agriplex setting all of this up, setting the ring up, bringing the bleachers in, setting all of the stall area up. So Ian Mitchell, he's a local purebred Angus and Simmental breeder, and Tom Kempter's a commercial rancher from the Barrier area. So if we could just have a big round of applause for Tom Kempter and Ian Mitchell for all the hard work they put into this Agriplex to get it ready for us.